Good morning everyone. Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today we will discuss the solutions of assignment number 12. Okay, right. Let us come to the first question. What is this first question is? A box contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. So what does that box contain? 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles, right? So 4 green marbles. One marble is drawn, is taken out from the box at random. What is the probability that the marble taken out will be? We have 3 parts in this. First one, red. Second one is white. And the third one is not green. Oh, yes, it's not green. This is the question. Now, coming to the solution of this one. A box contains 5 red marbles, 8 white marbles and 4 green marbles. So, total number of marbles will be, total is 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 4. That is 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 5 is 17. Total marbles are 17. Now, in that first one, what is the first one here? We have to find out the probability of taking out red marbles. So, how many red marbles are there? 5 red marbles are there. So, number of favorable outcomes. If you take R as the event, then number of favorable outcomes will be 5. So, N of R is equal to 5. So, total possible outcomes are 17. So, probability of getting the red ball is 5 by 17. Coming to the second one, white ball. White ball, here if you take the event as W, then white ball. So, to have to find out the probability of getting out white ball. So, N of W, favorable outcomes. How many will be the favorable outcomes? How many number of white balls are there? 8. So, 8 will be the favorable outcomes. Total possible outcomes are 17. So, P of W is equal to 8 by 17. Coming to the third one, not green. Okay, not green. So, not green is nothing but, let us suppose if you take the event here as something as E. It's like E the event of getting not green, marbles which are not green. Then, so not green in the sense is a combination of red and white both. So, total number of favorable outcomes. How many will be the favorable outcomes? It is a combination of 5 and 8. That is 13. Total possible outcomes are 17. So, therefore, P of E, the probability of getting the marbles which are not green will be 5 plus 8, 13 by 17. Right? This is the solution. Coming to the second one, which is interesting one. Second question is a piggy bank contains 50 pice coins, which are 100. So, in this 150 pice coins are there. 150 pice coins, right? Next, 50 1 rupee coins. 50 1 rupee coins. 51 rupee coins. 22 rupees coins. 22 rupees coins. And next one is 10 5 rupees coins. 10 5 rupees coins. This is what a piggy bank contains. Now, what is the question asked? If it is equally likely that of its coins will fall out when the bank is turned upside down, what is the probability that the coin? Here also we have 2 questions. First one will be 50 pice coin. So, we have to find out the probability for a 50 pice coin. And the second one will not be a 5 rupee coin. Second one will not be 5 rupee coin. Okay, so this is the question. Now listen here, coming to the solution part. First of all, let us take out total, what is the total number of coins. So 100 plus 50 plus 20 plus 10, 150 plus 20, 170 plus 10, 180. Total coins is equal to 180. This is nothing but N of S. So N of S is equal to 180. So now, first one, what we have to find out? 50 pice coins. So, how many are 50 pice coins? We have 150 pice coins are there. when you have 150 pice coins, so favorable outcomes will be 100. Let us suppose if you take E is the event of getting the 50 pice coins. So total 100, 50 pice coins are 100. So favorable outcomes N of E is equal to 100. And we know it, total possible outcomes N of S is the total points, that is 180. So therefore probability of getting the 50 pice coins is 100 by 180, which is nothing but 10 by 18. Okay, if you want you can simplify it further. No issue. Coming to the next one. What is the next one is, here we have one more question. Will not be a 5 rupee coin. Will not be a 5 rupee coin. Let us suppose take this as second event. What is the second event? Let us suppose take E1 as the second event. When you take E1 as the second event E1 is the probability of not getting a, will not be a 5 rupee coin. So leave this 5 rupee coin, count the rest of all. So it will be what? So when you come to the favorable outcomes, it will be 100 plus 50 plus 20. 150 plus 20, 170. So favorable outcomes will be 170. Will not be a 5 rupee coin. So we have to take the rest of 3. So therefore, P of E1 is equal to N of E1 by N of S, which is nothing but 170 by 180. This is the solution for the second one. Coming to the question number 3. So, question number 3 is also an easiest one. It is not that much typical, but then too interesting one. What is question number 3? Gopi buys a fish from a shop for his aquarium. Okay, he buys a fish tank for his aquarium. The shopkeeper takes out one fish at random from a tank containing 5 male fishes and 8 female fishes. So this is the aquarium for this. The tank contains 5 male fishes and 8 female fishes. So 5 male fishes and 8 female fishes, right? Now what is the question asked? What is the probability that fish taken out will be a male fish? So for this again the same question, same part here. Total number of fishes, total will be 5 plus 8, that is 13. That is nothing but N of S will be given for you as 13. So now he is asking you, let us suppose if you take E as the event of getting a male fish. So when you take E as the event of getting a male fish, so what are the favorable outcomes? Favorable outcomes are 5, right? So N of E is equal to 5, favorable outcomes. Therefore, P of E is equal to N of E by N of S is nothing but 5 by 30. Okay, this is question number 3. Coming to the next question, question number 4. What is this question number 4? A game of chance consists of spinning an arrow which comes to rest pointing at one of the numbers up to 8. This is what we have here, and up to 8 we have the chances. Okay, up to 8 we have the chances part here. See, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here is the arrow here. Okay, so these are all equal likely outcomes. What is the question asked? Find what is the probability that it will be pointed. Again we have four options there. 4 questions are there in this. What is the first one? What is the probability that it will point out at 8? Is the first question. Second one, an odd number is the second question. Third one, a number greater than 2. A number greater than 2. Fourth one, a number less than 9. A number less than 9. This is a question what we have here. If you come across this type of questions, now we observe. Come to the solution. Let us solve this individually, each and every one. Okay, so total number of chances. If you check it out properly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is already given that they are all equally likely outcomes. The total possible outcomes will be N of S, that is equal to 8. Okay. Now, for the first question, what is the probability for getting a number 8? So, for the first question, see these are all we have 4 questions here. So So we can take events as E1, E2, E3, E4. Okay. So n of E1, favorable outcomes for getting a number 8. How many 8s are here? Only 1. So there is only one favorable chance. So n of E1 will be equal to 1. So therefore, probability of getting a number 8, P of E1 is equal to 1 by 8. Okay. Coming to the next one. An odd number. When you come across this as an odd number, now odd number. An odd number. Now if you check properly, how many are the odd numbers here? 1, 3, 5, 7. 4 odd numbers are there. 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay. So when you take out this 1, 3, 5, 7, so total how many chances are there? 4 chances. So for the second question, if you take E2 as the event, then n of E2 will be equal to 4. So probability for this one will be 4 by 8, that is nothing but 1 by 2. Coming to the third one, a number greater than 2. Okay, how many favorable chances are there for a number greater than 2? Right? So number greater than 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chances are there. So if you take this E3 as the event, then favorable outcomes will be 6. So therefore, probability for this will be 6 by total is 8. 6 by 8. Okay. Right? If you want, you can simplify it further, or you can leave it here, no issue. Coming to the fourth one. What is this fourth part here? A number less than 9. So a number less than 9. If you observe properly, all the numbers are less than 9 only. So total how many favorable chances will come here? Total we will get 8 favorable chances. This event, first one, second one, third one, any number can be possible here. So there are total, if you take this E4 as the event, then n of E4 is equal to 8. So n of S also is 8. So therefore probability of this part will be 8 by 8. That is equal to 1, which is a sure event. Right? So question number 4 is this one. Coming to the next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is also an interesting one. Right. A die is thrown. Find the probability of getting. See, this is also a die question, which is important one. A die is thrown here. We have 3 parts, a prime number, a number, first one. See, you have to find out 3 parts here. A prime number is the first one. Second one, a number lying between 2 and 6. Number between 2 and 6. Third one, an odd number. These are the 3 questions you have to find. So, coming to the solution for this one, a die is thrown. And a die is thrown, what are the total possible outcomes? We have a die is thrown, we have 6 numbers, so total possible outcomes will be 6. So, n of s is equal to 6. So, here also we have 3 questions in that. So, we can take event E1 for the first one, event E2 for the second one, and third one as event E3. So, let us go for the first one. Now, a prime number, when your die is thrown, what are the total possible outcomes you have? 6 is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now, a prime number. How many chances are there for getting a prime number here? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 5 are possible, right? So, 3 numbers are there. So, n of, let us say if you take event as even, then total favorable outcomes for this one will be 3. So, therefore, P of E1 is nothing but 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. Coming to the second one. What is the second one? Number between 2 and 6. Between 2 and 6, how many numbers are there? 3 are. 3 numbers. 3, 4, 5. So if you take E2 as the event, here also favorable outcomes will be 3. Total possible outcomes are 6. Here the probability for this one will be 3 by 6 is nothing but again 1 by 2. Coming to the third one. Third one is what here? An odd number. When you come across this odd number part, so if you check it properly, again, if you take E3 as an event for this odd number, so how many cases are possible here? 3 again. 1, 3, 5. Okay, right? So therefore, favorable outcomes for this one also will be 3. So probability of this will be 3 by the total is 6, that is nothing but 1 by 2. This is question number 5. Coming to the next question, question number 6. Now question number 6 is a little bit interesting and very much important one, because it is of cards. Okay, playing cards. So very much important one, and Of course, interesting too. Now, question number 6. One card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. Okay, one card is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards. Here we have totally 6 questions. First, let us write the question, then we can go for the solution individually. So, first one, what you have to get? A king of red color. First, let me write the question here. A king of red color is the first one. Second one, a face card. Second one is a face card. Third one, a red face card. Third one is a red face card. Fourth one, a jack of hearts. The jack of hearts. Okay. Fifth one, a spade. Sixth one, the queen of diamonds. Queen of diamonds. Here we have 6 questions again. Okay. Now let us, since this is a question of about cards, let us come to each one individually. Again we have 6 cards. We can take as event E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6. Right? Let us go over the first one directly. So total n of s, since it is a playing cards, total will be 52 cards. Okay. So first question. What is this? A king of red color. Red color cards, we have diamonds and as well as hearts. So right, in diamond also we have king and heart also we have king. So therefore, if you take this as event E1, total number of favorable outcomes for this one will be 2. It may be from diamond, it may be from the heart. So therefore, P of E1 is equal to 2 by 52. Okay, 1 by 26. Coming to the second one, a face card. So in the total deck of cards, we have 12 face cards. Right, king, queen and jack. From each part we have, from each suit of 13 we have king, queen and jack. Right, so total we will have 12 parts. So that is 12 face cards. Therefore, n of E2, favorable one will be 12. So n of s is equal to 52. So therefore, P of E2 is equal to 12 by 52. If you want, you can simplify it, otherwise you can leave it, no issue. Coming to the question number 3. What is this question number 3? If you look after this one, it is a red face card. So now, how many red face cards will be there? Again, we have as 12 face cards are there. Out of those, 6 will be black and 6 will be red. So if you take this as the event E3, then favorable outcomes for this will be 6. Therefore, probability of this one will be 6 by 52. Okay. Coming to the fourth one, the jack of hearts. When you come across the jack of hearts, how many will if you have hearts will be totally 13 cards, right? So we will have one jack from that. So therefore, if you take this E4 as an event, then n of E4 is equal to 1. Therefore, probability of this part will be 1 by 52. Fourth one done. Coming to the fifth question. When you come across the fifth question, what is the fifth question here? If you observe properly, a spade. So totally, how many spades will be there for us? We will have 13 spades, right? So therefore, if you take this event as E5, so n of E5 will be equal to 13 and n of s is already known as 52. Therefore, P of E5 is equal to 13 by 52. If you want, you can simplify this to that, otherwise you can leave it, no issue for that. And come to the next sixth one, the queen of diamonds. When you come across the queen of diamonds, so right, diamonds you will have 13 to 13 diamond cards will be like that. You will have one queen. Therefore, if you take this event as E6, then favorable outcomes for this will be 1. Therefore, P of E6 will be n of E6 by n of s. Obviously, it's nothing but 1 by 52. So these are the questions regarding this. Particularly, the sixth question, we have the subparts. We had done all the questions here. Coming to the next one, seventh question. This is also an interesting one. Yes. Now come to the seventh question. 5 cards. Okay. 5 cards are taken here. What are those 5 cards they took? A 10. That is card number 10. Jack. Okay. 10. Jack. Queen. Okay. Now 10. Jack. Queen. King. And ace of diamonds are well shuffled with their faces downwards. One card is then picked by random. Here also we have 2 questions here. First one, what is the probability that card is a queen? First question. Card which is queen, we have to find out, is the first one. Second one is, if queen is drawn and put aside, what is the probability that second picked up card? In the second question we have 2 cases again. Okay, what is that second question? If the queen is drawn and put aside, queen is drawn and put aside. Already that means it is kept aside. Okay, kept aside. Now he is asking you to find out in this also. We have an ace and second one is queen. Okay, now coming to the solution of this question. So totally here also, if you observe properly, we have 2 bits. Here we will take the event E1 for the first one, and in this case second bit also we have 2 parts. Here we will take E2 and E3 for this second bit, A and B parts. Okay. So for the first one. Now how many cards we are taking? Generally we are taking out 5 cards, right? So total number of possible outcomes will be 5. Now first one. What is the probability that the card drawn is a queen? So, how many chances are there for getting a queen? Only 1 chance. So, if you take this as event E1, let E1 be the event of getting a card queen, then n of E1 is equal to 1. Therefore, P of E1 is equal to 1 by 5. This is done here. Coming to the next question. Now, it is interesting one you see here. What is the question here is, queen is drawn and kept aside. So, queen is drawn, the card is drawn and kept aside. Total number of outcomes, how many will be left over right now? Since queen is drawn and left aside, we are left with 4 more options. Therefore, now here, sample space will be 4. Right? Now in this sample space, if you check properly, we have 4 cards. Now let us go for the first one in this. What is that? An ace. Let us suppose E2 be the event of getting an ace. Now queen is not available here. So total there are 4 cards, out of which we have to find out ace. Therefore, favorable outcomes. How many ace cards are there in this 1? So that is 1. Therefore, probability of getting this one will be 1 by, it's not 5, it is 4 because 1 is removed, already kept aside. Now, coming to the B part in this. What is this one? Getting a queen again. See, already queen is drawn and kept aside. Now, is this possible to get? Not possible. So, this is an impossible event, right? Therefore, if you take this event as E3, so favorable outcomes here will be 0, right? Therefore, P of E3 is nothing but 0 by 4 is nothing but 0. It's an impossible event because queen is already kept aside. So, this is the end of this question, question number 7. Coming to the 8th question. 8th question is an important one and obviously easiest also. It's not that much tough. So, what is this question here is 12 defective pens are accidentally mixed with. So, 8th question, 12 defective pens. 12 defective. So, 12 are the defective pens. Okay. 12 are the defective pens. Those are mixed with 132 good pens. So, 132 good pens it is. 12 are mixed with 132 good pens. It is not possible for just look at a pen and tell whether it is good or not in this, which is defective one. One pen is taken out at random from the lot. Determine the probability that pen taken out is a good one. This is the question what you have to get the answer for. What you have to find out is probability of getting a good pen. So now 12 defective are mixed with 132 good pen. Total pens will be 144. Right? So n of s is equal to 144. So therefore, let E be the event. Let E be the event of getting, what was our question here? The pen taken out is a good one. So let E be the event of getting a good pen. So therefore, how many favorable outcomes are there? 132. Okay, so 132 favorable outcomes are there. Therefore, probability of finding out the good pen will be n of e by n of s, that is nothing but 132 by 144. If you divide it by 12 part, that is nothing but 11 by 12. This is the end of this question. Okay.